Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. Today is about some makeup dupe items that I have been loving that I wanted to share with you so you can find some products that are at better price points to the well-known brands. So let's go ahead and get started. My makeup is already done, so I will link everything that I use down below if you're interested in how I created this look. Today's video is focusing mainly on a famous blush and a famous lipstick, especially a particular color. So the first thing I wanted to talk about before I get into that actually is I did not put anything on my brows. I just wanted to tell you guys, I've been using this ever since I got my brows done at Ulta, this Benefit Brow Conditioner. It has this, let me show you the inside. I put it on at nighttime. She said you can put it on in the morning and the night. But I only do nighttime. But it has like this little applicator and you twist it up at the bottom and this clear gel comes out and then you just brush it into your brows. I found that it definitely brought out some of my hairs that were sparse and missing. This is my second bottle of it, but I don't feel that I need to always put on products on my brows because they're filling in really nicely. So I've been really pleasantly surprised. This is the mini version, but they have a big version too. So I just picked up another mini and I absolutely love it. I think it's doing a fantastic job. So I love that I'm not having to do my brows just for a quick everyday look. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the dupe things. So the first one is everybody knows that I love the Urban Decay Morning After lipstick. It is so pretty. I have fair porcelain skin tone with pink undertones, and this color looks absolutely beautiful. It's a nice cool tone pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and show that to you. The formulation is so creamy. You can see I use it a lot. It's so creamy and very hydrating on your lips. I love this color. And then the other one that I have for you is Romantic Rose 450. This one I've talked about in other videos. It is a little bit lighter of a pink, but it is also a cool tone pink. It is also nice and creamy on your lips, and it's a nice alternative if you don't want to spend as much to get about the same color. So first I'm going to show you, I'm going to do half of my lips in the Romantic Rose, and I'll do the other half in the Urban Decay. So on this side, that's half of my lips with the Romantic Rose. And then this side I'm going to put the Morning After. So if you look in the camera, you can hardly tell the difference. This side is a very slightly, you can almost not tell, of a different pink undertone, but the color, I mean, I could wear this and people probably wouldn't even notice that I'm wearing two different lipsticks. I will have to say that I do prefer the Urban Decay to the Romantic Rose because it is more creamy and it definitely feels more luxurious on your lips, but it does cost more. So for an everyday look, I generally, like when I'm teaching, will put on this one instead, only because I know I'm gonna go through it quicker and I'm gonna have to reapply it during the day anyway. So I'd rather put this on while I'm teaching, and I kind of save this one for if I'm going out with my husband or if we're doing something with pictures or anything like that. But this one is definitely more creamy, and if you can afford it, I highly recommend the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. Super, super nice formula. But this is a wonderful alternative. It's a beautiful, cool pink, and I really cannot see much of a difference. So I think it's a wonderful dupe for the Morning After. Okay, the other dupe that I wanted to talk about is everyone loves the NARS Orgasm Blush, or at least everyone talks about loving the NARS Orgasm Blush. So I have that here. Here is the NARS Orgasm Blush. I've actually never even used it. But I wanted to show you the reason why I have it is I have two other blushes that to me look exactly the same. I have not put them on, so we're gonna do the test today with you. So the other one is the one that you guys have seen me wear in my video a lot, which is the Bare Minerals Vintage Peach. I love this blush. The only downside is it is a loose one, so it can be messy, but you need very, very little, and it gives a beautiful flush. It lasts forever. I've had this, oh gosh, like 2 or 3 years now. You can see how much I still have left in here because you need very little to get any color on your cheeks. And then the other one that I found was at Ulta, I believe. This just says blush on it, but it says Model Company, and it's Peach Bellini 02. I'll link it down below just to double check that it was from Ulta. But the color also, this one looks just slightly darker, but if you look at it, it looks very, very similar. It looks like the NARS actually has like a little bit more of a pink to it than this one, but I have a feeling it's probably gonna look not too much different on me. And then I have my Vintage Peach. So I'm gonna go ahead and color swatch them for you. Let me see how I can do this with the loose powder. Okay, let's see how well we can see that. So this right here is the Bare Minerals, if you can kind of see that. Let me put the NARS next to it. This is not as easy as I thought it would be to color swatch on my hand. Okay, right here is the NARS. So you can kind of see, I don't see much of a difference. This one looks a little bit more orangey and that one looks a little more pinkish. And then let's do the other, but ooh, that blush by Ulta is very creamy. And then here's the blush that I got from Ulta. So right here is Bare Minerals and the Vintage Peach. Then we have the NARS Orgasm, and then we have that blush that I picked up that I believe it's from Ulta. I have to say the NARS actually looks a little bit lighter. It has a little bit more of a pink undertone, whereas these two have more of like a peachy kind of orange, but they have that same shimmer. So I wonder if I do this like very light-handed on, if it'll look exactly the same. So let's go ahead and test it out. All right, so on one side, I'm going to put, where's my brush? I'm gonna use my angled brush. This one's by e.l.f. It's actually their bronzing brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try this. I've never used it before. So it's the Peach Bellini 02. I'm gonna put ooh, that picks up a lot. Okay, and just kind of brush it on and see what it does. Ooh, that's very, very pigmented. Okay, so, oh, hold on one second. My Roomba's starting. Okay, I'm very sorry for that short moment. I had to go stop our Roomba. If you don't have one, oh my gosh, that was the best gift ever. It's wonderful at cleaning the floors, especially if you have hardwood floors. So, wow, this is the, the Peach Bellini 02. It is very, very pigmented. I picked up very, very little on my blush brush, so you need to pick up, ooh, very light-handed, because this definitely is a very dark, this will last forever, color blush. So I'm a little scared. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna try the NARS now on this side and see the difference. The NARS is definitely not as pigmented as the other side. You can totally see the difference there. But it gives the same, oh, it is very pretty though. It has that shimmer. It does give the same kind of flush look. If I was lighter handed on this side, I don't have a tissue here, but if I was lighter handed on this side, I think it would look very close to the NARS Orgasm. The color definitely looks darker because it's applied darker on my skin, but it gives the same kind of hue as the NARS Orgasm. So the same thing with my Bare Minerals one. I've played this in other videos before, so I know you guys have seen it. I'll go ahead, I'm gonna take this off anyway because this is super dark, and I'm gonna put it right down, or I guess I could do it on this side, right down below the NARS, just so you can kind of see the difference in the color. Let's see. So let me go ahead and brush it off and put it right down here. So right here is the Bare Minerals, here is NARS, and then here is the blush by Ulta. So if you look, they're all very similar. These two are definitely a little bit darker. This one I usually put on a lot lighter when I put it on, and it gives almost the same flush look. I have to say this one's a little bit more pink than ours. I also have to say that out of all three of them, my favorite's still the Bare Minerals, because with having a cool skin tone color, the NARS looks pretty, but it kind of almost blends in with my skin tone since I have pink undertones. So if you want something to not look exactly like your skin, like you're flushed, it almost looks like you went outside and jogged, the NARS. So I don't think that the NARS is something that I personally would pick up to buy, because it looks like I just went jogging. Whereas this kind of gives a little bit more of a hue color. I do like the Bare Minerals only because I know that the Bare Minerals can go on lighter. I'm sure if I played with this one more and I was a little bit more light-handed, that maybe I'd like this one too. It's definitely highly pigmented. But the way that it is right now is definitely too dark for my skin tone. So those are the different dupes that I just wanted to show you that I had. So once again, I I had the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in Morning After, and then I have the lipstick Romantic Rose by Maybelline in 450 that you can't even tell the difference between. They're both a cool tone pink that looks really nice, and both formulas are wonderful. I just prefer this one, but I don't use it all the time just because I know how much more expensive it is than one I can get at the drugstore that looks exactly the same. And then the blushes, once again, is the NARS Orgasm that everyone talks about. That's right up here. And then I have my Bare Minerals Vintage Peach, which I've been using this one for years. I love this blush, which is right down here. And then the other one that I picked up, which was Model Company Peach Bellini 02, which is on this side, and it is very, very pigmented and creamy. So those are some of the dupes that I have for you that I wanted to share with you. If you're looking for a different price point but still want the same effect as the NARS or the Urban Decay lipstick. So I thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so before leaving so you do not miss any of my future videos. Have a wonderful day. Bye.